didn't mean to do.
I guess. Yeah, I'm still fighting in Miami. It's a nice venue. Have pretty much all my friends who live here. It's exciting. I think there's 9 or 8 fights ahead of mine. A while.
Oh, so you're like second to last?
Yeah, co-main event. What's in my mind? Nothing. I'm excited. I just want to go in and enjoy and be able to showcase everything that I've been working on, because I am a completely different fighter now. From camp to camp, I swear, making lots and lots of progress. I'm excited to showcase that.
Carolina, what did you do to me? Oh, I'm so glad it happened to you.
Yeah, not out there.
If it happened out there, it would have become a meme.
It has to be tight, Cuddy.
Cutest shit I've ever seen. Hey. Hell yeah. Woo!
And now, her opponent from Miami, Florida, making her next fight at home. She is Stefi Cohen. Give it up, strong Miami for your own.
Professional fight for Stefi Cohen, and her first here in her hometown of Miami. It's actually her first fight in the United States. She fought in the Dominican Republic, she fought in Dubai, and now at home in Miami in her third professional fight against a very experienced ring veteran in Carla Valenzuela. Very curious to see what this does, because we've talked to Stefi before. We've been on the Mundo Boxing podcast together, and there's such a competitive fire with Stefi, and we talked about it in the show open. I mean, Stefi was an accomplished soccer player could have been on the Venezuela national team.
Yeah.
Came here, found powerlifting, is a 25-time world record holder in powerlifting. First woman to powerlift over 4.5 times her own body weight. And then, all right, I conquered that, and now I'm going to go get in the ring. And away we go against Carla Valenzuela, La Princesa against Stefi.
It just shows you the continuous drive, and she starts off strong.
Yeah, it's scheduled for 4 rounds. It's 2-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Funny, there's a great story. Carla, her nickname is La Princesa, the princess. And I remember asking her, where'd you get that nickname? And she's like, well, that's what they call me at the house. I'm the princess of the house. And later on in the night, we were done, and I saw Stefi, and I wished her luck. And I said, she came up to me, and she said, hey, why is she the princess? Why am I not the princess? And I said, well, that's her nickname, the princess. And Stefi says, that's okay. She can have the princess. I'll be the queen.
Hey, that's
so it just shows you. It shows the mindset of Stefi Cohen, the mindset of an athlete, that even a nickname is a competitive thing.
And I'll give it to her, and especially, hey, she could knock us out just with a view, It's like, oh, look at us, and we're already knocked out. She is a very strong woman. And as you pointed out, she comes from powerlifting, and her body pretty much shows it out.
Yeah, that's been, I think, the hardest or the most interesting transition. Because obviously, in boxing, it's all about your legs.
Yes.
For as much as we see, every punch comes from your legs. So she's got that huge base, that great foundation. But it's only her third professional fight, so this is a great time against a ring veteran like Valenzuela from Durango, Mexico. 31 professional fights for La Princesa.
I'll give it to her because, indeed, so far she's been able to withstand the power approach that Stephanie has put so far. So you got to give credit where it's due. It's not easy to stand out in one round, let alone two, Stephanie.
Is no match. So for Valenzuela, it's about just kind of drawing her out. I hope she runs out of gas. That would be a good strategy. And here comes Stefi Cohen. House of Fire. And Valenzuela, the ring veteran, immediately got herself off the ropes, trying to keep her distance. Valenzuela, the longer fighter. It's funny, Stefi won her professional debut in the Dominican Republic, but then had a draw in that fight in Dubai. And she was so hard on herself. She was her worst critic. She's like, I caused that draw.
And you know what? It's great because, again, that shows you that she keeps herself proactive and she keeps herself accountable, which is the problem. A lot of times, there's a lot of people that are willing to just turn around and let anything else be the excuse for not being able to get the job done. Yeah. So proper for her to do that.
Valenzuela in the blue trunks with the white trims, and Stefi, as we mentioned, with the Vino Tinto of Venezuela. Scheduled for 4, round 2, 2-minute rounds. Cohen hasn't been able to just get that key shot. Stefi has been the aggressor, and now Valenzuela going in there, engaging with her. Nice left jab by Stefi Cohen, just kind of letting her know. As we're in the waning moments of round 2, scheduled for 4.
And maybe part of what Cohen has to improve in her repertoire is getting that hip work done and improved.
We see El Palillo, Isidro Nicolas in Stefi's corner, giving her some advice before she goes out there. One of the great legends in the Cuban boxing world. Part of the Mundo Boxing promotion family, Mundo Boxing, Boxing University. You can always go to the Mundo Boxing Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So much going on. Such a stable that Pedro Diaz, the founder of Mundo Boxing, has built with Stefi and Junior Dos Santos and El Chacal Rubendo.
You really want to...
Even Paige Van Sant.
Yes.
When she transitioned from MMA to boxing. And Stefi going to work. Pounding the midsection there with that right hand.
But here goes part of the issue precisely. She does this, but having the frame of body that she has, still we see that she's not been able to pretty much dance it out around and really put in the combinations there because obviously it's not that easy.
Right. And again, we as much as we... Oh, nice left by Cohen over to Valenzuela. She caught her going back, and she got a nice left there, and Valenzuela felt it, and she immediately said, all right, I'm going to back up. I'm going to be standing over here.
Yep.
Valenzuela has not tried to engage her in the sense that she has tried to keep her distance. She has a longer reach.
Which is smart to do. You don't want to do the short distance with her just because. Because in the short distance, it's like having a bull going straight at you.
And you can tell, obviously, we don't want to be too critical. Obviously, it's only Stefi's, third professional fight.
Yes.
But you can tell there are moments when you see Valenzuela backing up where Stefi just kind of lets her back up and doesn't go as she's in the retreat, doesn't want to go in there. Now, granted, she doesn't want to get caught. You got a savvy ring veteran. Always the show of sportsmanship. And away we go in the final round in this bantamweight division clash between Stefi Cohen and Carla Valenzuela. Our co-main event of the night still coming up. Anthony White Chocolate Martinez against Alejandro Falliga. 8 rounds in the cruiserweight. So the big boys are going to be out here. And now Stefi trying to get that work in. You can see Pedro Diaz in the back saying, throw those punches. And Valenzuela kind of winning this round so far with the points. Got her in there. Nice combination by Valenzuela.
And Valenzuela knows that this is the round for her to go and get that Hail Mary.
Yeah, Valenzuela just walked into a stiff left from Stefi, though.
And you don't want to walk into one of those.
Now a little body work by Valenzuela. And Stefi breaks her guard with that left again. Oh, nice left by Stefi.
She is unforgiving with her approach.
She is a bull. She's a move forward.
Again, there go the combinations.
Valenzuela in this round more than anything, working on that body. You almost wonder why she didn't try to do it earlier. She only has 4 rounds to play with.
Which gives you little space to do this.
Yeah, you got to get it right from the jump.
Especially when you face an opponent that is significantly stronger than you, which
right.
You can only guess that you're going to have to dry her down much more.
Final moments of the fight. Good show by both ladies. And I'll tell you what.
Ladies and gentlemen, the results are in and are as follow. Fernando Barbosa scores the fight 40-36. And there is 39-37 and 39-37 by both Gloria Rizzo and Peter Samoyski. There for your winner in the red corner by unanimous decision, Stefi Cohen.
Not much of a surprise there as Stefi was able to stay busy. Let's go up to Christian in the ring with Stefi, who's still undefeated.
First off, congrats. Very hard-fought victory. You were forward. You were like a raging bull indeed tonight. And, hey, your career is beginning off great. You get the fight at home tonight. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's an honor and a privilege to be able to fight on a stage like this in front of all my friends and family. So really happy and grateful for all of you guys that came here to see me today. I love you guys.
Walk us through the fight, how it was from your view.
I honestly didn't expect her to still be standing on round 4, but obviously looks can be deceiving. It was a great fight. She had a ton of endurance, walking forward all the time, putting pressure. It was a fun fight.
In that same token, what did you learn from this fight that you want to improve ahead?
A lot of things. I mean, I'm just getting started, and I think I still have to improve on literally everything. But I'm looking at the past, my last fight, and the improvements that I've made since, and gonna keep doing what I'm doing with my team and moving forward.
You know, coming from powerlifting and moving to boxing, a lot of people don't understand how tough a transition that is. Can you walk us for a moment on how that is? Because it's not as simple as it can seem.
Yeah, it's a completely different sport that operates on the opposite end of the physical spectrum. You know, I did powerlifting and Olympic weightlifting for about 10 years before this, so it's all unilateral movements, up and down, strength-based, no conditioning, and we're moving into a much more dynamic sport, one that changes every time that you get in the ring, that requires a lot of coordination and endurance and stamina and strength and power and intelligence, everything combined, so learning little by little.
The versatility element to boxing, you just spoke about it, being dynamic. Where do you feel at currently in that aspect?
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say maybe a 4 or a 5.
just getting started. I have so much to learn. I'm really humbled by the sport.
What do you have to say to everyone that has come in a very nice crowd here that Mundo Boxing has been able to put up in the MAC Doubletree?
What do I have to say to them? Thank you guys for coming, and viva the 305. Hell yeah, Miami!
Thank you so much, Stefi, and congrats again.